Hi, I'm Jonny, and I sometimes take pictures for Fast Bikes magazine.
This is me, some way away.
Not in part 2 of my attempt at a video blog. BJ does some sarcasm.
Oh, what a surprise!
Awkward introductions.
Hello, I'm Jonny.
Dan.
Hi Dan, nice to meet you. How's it going? Yeah, good.
And Portsmouth nil. We're riding to Portimao, Algarve for Fast Bikes magazine's annual Sports Bike of the Year test. There's plenty of time for the trip, as long as we manage a few hundred miles a day for 3 days. As Gary from Bridgestone was riding down with us, I thought I'd ask him some intelligent tyre-related questions. I couldn't think of any, however, so while BJ chatted to our Panigale riding friend Dan, I began by asking which tyres my bike was on.
On yours ZX10R, Jonny, you've got BT16s. BT16s were introduced in the range in 2010, 2011 time, so it's a hyper sports tyre, so it's a good sports tyre, but it's very durable as well, so it's dual compound, it's front and rear, so plenty of durability, plenty of grip on the edges. So when you get to Portimao, you'll have plenty of grip to get around the track, but obviously in the upright riding as we go down the autobahns and the peages on the way down, you've got plenty of durability as well.
So, my old-fashioned head is worried about squaring the tyre off so that it doesn't roll into corners as nicely once we get there. Am I worrying unduly?
You're running, unnecessarily really, because even if it does square off, once you get on the circuit, you'll put a round profile back on it anyway. So if you do, especially at Portimao, it is quite a twisty circuit. So no need to worry at all.
It wasn't going to be me riding the ZX10 around the track anyway. Rootsy's advice the previous week had sounded pretty reasonable, but as BJ was leading our trip, I thought I'd ask him for some tips too.
Okay, so we're going to head down through France after we get off this boat.
We are. We're going to be going down through France, and it's going to be a little bit boring, I'm afraid, because we're in a bit of a hurry, as you know. So we are going to be mostly sticking to the peages and motorways and stuff just for the time being. They're usually really quiet, so it's actually a bit of a pleasure to be on roads that are fast and quiet. Plus, the speed limit's 10 miles an hour faster than the UK, so that's always a bonus.
Any other tips for getting through it and not being too uncomfortable?
What, going that far the journey?
Yeah,
fly.
Tips for me.
Oh, tips for you?
To be less uncomfortable.
Don't fall asleep.
Right, okay.
That's the first one. The second one is, okay, to be more comfortable. Right, one thing you can do is, although it's definitely not recommended, is to flip down your pillion pegs, and you can rest this part of your boot here on them, and you know, it's best not to do it for a long time because you'll find that stability kind of drops away a little bit. However, it does ease the pressure off your back somewhat and other areas, but just be careful when you're bringing your legs back round, because sometimes you can pop a hip out. Actually, maybe not quite that bad, but sometimes you go, ooh, but it definitely works. Another tip to do is if your wrists are getting tired, brace with your knees for 30 seconds and you'll feel the weight just completely drop off your wrists, and that will actually see you okay for another 40-50 miles or so. It should do, technically, anyway. It does for me.
So how often do you think we're going to stop?
Well, it depends on how far Dan's Panigale can get.
He reckons 100 miles on his.
I think he might go more than 100 miles at a constant throttle. I mean, I don't care because I've got cruise control, so I'm just going to whiz along with like no hands on the thing.
Yeah.
But I think that we will be I mean, to be honest with you, if you say every 100 to 120 miles, that's about right. And you need, 15-minute stop does the trick. Fuel up, quick drink, little rest, but don't spend too long. It's quite, having done these trips before, it's quite easy to fall into spending 45 minutes in a garage, because you get chatting and talking, and all of a sudden a journey which should have taken 8 hours is suddenly 14 hours. And if you've got days to spare, that's fine, but if you don't.
Do you think we'll make Bordeaux tonight?
I don't even know where Bordeaux is. I know it's in France, obviously, but I've no idea how far down it is. We don't even have a map, because we're using a TomTom. So I suppose we should put Bordeaux into TomTom. You seem quite fixated on Bordeaux.
It's just a big town that seemed to be that number of hours away.
Okay, how close is that to the Pyrenees?
A couple of hours?
That's not too bad then, I suppose. Okay, yeah, Bordeaux. I think we should maybe get there by 8 or 9 this evening, perhaps.
Okay, let's see how we get on.
Yeah, good luck.
Fingers crossed.
Bye.
Going with mates on that kind of thing is dangerous, though. It is, yeah.
Thanks to the ZX's low power mode, it felt the same as a Z750 I'd owned for a couple of years, so that was one worry taken care of. Over the afternoon and evening, the comfort level only descended as far as tortuously uncomfortable and then stayed there. But that was mainly my own fault, as I'm unable to hold the bars in the prescribed relaxed fashion, instead gripping on as if dangling from a collapsing rope bridge over a precipitous gorge.
Rookie errors. It's brilliant. No, it's good. It's good though. It's really good. No, I'm looking forward to hearing all about it.
We made it to near Bordeaux before sundown, but some confusing roads led us not to civilization, but round here to an industrial estate, where we found a motel called B&B. It would have to do. Next morning, I managed to split our group of 4 into 2 pairs, but after riding 200 kilometres to Po with just Dan's exhaust noise for company, we met up for our detour into the mountains.
We had a few hours sleep.
Yeah, 3, 4.
3 or 4?
Yeah.
Well,
I was awake at like 5 o'clock.
Yeah, I was. I didn't get sleep till about 1:30, 1:45.
Really?
Yeah, and now we've got 800 miles left to do, haven't we?
Next time, there seems to be a lot of cyclists. This can't be right. The Sports Bike of the Year edition of Fast Bikes is out now. Cheers, jeers or queries, email me here.